So, y'all know that I enjoy talking about real estate and everything real estate and business and blonde, obviously. So y'all are crazy about my braces videos, a little bit on the blonde, just probably because everybody and their mama talking about the bleach they do, blah blah blah. Um, y'all recently I just went in here and just chopped some of these little pieces of stuff that I can't. I got in the chlorine with my bleach, so anyway, I want to talk about my primary home purchase that I've been ranting about on Facebook, Instagram, blah blah blah, about the great deal that I got on my primary home in Louisiana. So I think it's important to talk about it because my first experience with real estate was not good, even though I made money off the deal, okay? 10 years down the line. So my first experience, I used a first-time home buyers program for low-income families, but I bought a house from a flipper and it was toe up. It looked good, but I didn't care about that. I mean, all I cared about was how it looked. But when I got in it, the um furnace didn't work. Y'all, I can make this up. My real estate agent, I looked for help from him and he did not help me, but apparently he already knew the flipper and was like, oh, let me work out this great deal so she can purchase this house from you, blah, blah, blah. They bought my house for 10 grand and I paid 50 for it. But needless to say, I learned my lesson. I learned a lot about real estate at that point. So now, at this point in my life, I know what a good real estate agent looks like. I know what to ask for. And then with even better real estate agents, you learn even more. So my most recent primary home purchase in Louisiana was the best experience I've ever had. And let me tell you how I was able to get such a good deal. So I paid $12,000 to buy the house as settlement, okay? So $12,000 is 5% of 242,000. And so I got a 5% conventional loan from a local bank, a local lender who works her butt off for me and wasn't cuckoo about all this stupid paperwork that I needed for Wells Fargo, because they have a lot of red tape that they have to go around because they're such a huge corporation. And I am a small business, and a lot of people just don't understand what it's like to be a small business owner and what my forms look like and why I do the things that I do. So I was having a hard time with Wells Fargo, and I ended up using the local lender that my sister-in-law recommended to me, because she uses her on a lot of deals, and she was excellent. So I was originally putting 10% down on the home. Wells Fargo also tried to sell me on, like, buying down points for a better interest rate, et cetera, et cetera. And me and her went over my options, and it just didn't make sense. So I did 5% down. And I wish I would have went with her sooner because I actually lost a couple points just because of the market changed a little bit over during that 3 weeks, and that can happen, and it has nothing to do with your credit or anything like that. It's just the market, and the market rates are affected by many things. Okay, so in this crazy market, I was able to get sellers help. So my real estate agent asked for sellers help. I offered full market price with a conventional loan, okay, which is a little bit less stringent than like FHA or VA loans. So it's good to take those loans if you are a seller. I also for sellers help at closing, which means that I didn't have to pay my closing costs. Seller pay my closing cost, pay on my closing costs, and basically they just kind of take it out of their profit if they have a profit. Also, after getting a very good inspection done from a very thorough inspection, independent inspection person here in Louisiana, I was able to negotiate $3,000 back at closing to do some fixings of the house. So there's not that much work that needs to be done on the house. It's just he's very particular. Once you're already in contract, most people don't want to start all over and put their house on the market when they already have a potential buyer. So I did ask for $10,000 off of the purchase price, which the other real estate agent said, doesn't she know that's a little bit ridiculous? Oh, look at the market we're in. Yeah, but my buyer is willing to back out even if she has to lose $1,000 deposit. So that didn't matter. Didn't matter to me. And my sister-in-law was my real estate agent. So they came back and gave me $3,000 at closing, which isn't, it's still a great deal, okay? Because this would have, truth be told, the house would have still sold at $242,000 with no help and blah blah blah. But getting the help is very beneficial for a buyer. So I paid $12,000 and I got $3,000 back, and the $12,000 went directly to the price of the home. So I literally got a loan for $230,000 on the remaining balance of the home. My $12,000 all went to the principal of my home. No fees. No fees that I pay. So, and they gave me $3,000 back. So I literally look at this like they gave me $3,000. They paid me to buy an asset. They paid me to buy an asset. In the best school district here in this parish in Louisiana, they paid me to buy an asset. And that's why it's important to have a good real estate agent, okay, and a good lender, and know what's going on in your market, okay? Meaning like, so before I know, oh, this guy was selling this guy was selling that, and then you didn't know who was working with who behind the scenes to raise prices, et cetera, because that's happening, believe me. But if you're in your real estate journey, those things are very important. And you need to know a little bit too, because if you don't know, and they do, and they know you don't know, they will do their best to get over on you. I tell people all the time, most people are professionals because they passed a test, okay? It doesn't mean that they necessarily know everything or they have some ethical, opinion towards you. If you have any questions about my real estate transaction or transactions or any scenarios that you've had, go ahead and drop a comment in the box below. I have a lot of real estate experiences, and I talk to a lot of people that have a lot of different real estate experiences, and I think it's always really interesting to hear what you went through, and because you can learn a lot from real estate. Every experience is always a learning opportunity, as I said before. But this was probably one of the best deals I had, and it's for my primary, so not even on a investment deal. Shoot, I've had investment deals that I pay more in fees. So, but I believe in real estate that it will always make you money. You can either sell it, live in it, or rent it out. So I don't ever believe that it's a bad deal. If you have any questions, let me know. Hit the like button and subscribe. See you later. Bye.